This is the fourth and last video about SOHCAHTOA. In this video, we're going to combine knowledge of all three parts of SOHCAHTOA: the SO, the CA, and the TOA. So first, a brief review of what these letters stand for. SO stands for sine equals opposite over hypotenuse. The S is sine, the O is opposite, the H is hypotenuse. CA is cos equals adjacent over hypotenuse. And TOA is tan equals, or tangent equals, opposite over adjacent. So all of these are relations of angles and certain sides of a right triangle. And actually, I'll write down this just any right triangle with some side lengths and some angles, and we'll review again in terms of this right triangle what SOHCAHTOA is. So let's say we have angle X, then we have legs A and B, and hypotenuse C. Then sine of X, the angle, equals the opposite side from X is B. And remember, it's so the opposite over hypotenuse, and the opposite is B, and the hypotenuse is C, so B over C. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and the adjacent is A, so it's A over C. And tangent of X is equal to TOA, opposite over adjacent. The opposite's B again, the adjacent's A again, we have B over A. So this is what we have. SOHCAHTOA stands for three formulas, all the formulas relating to right triangles. So now we're going to do an example problem. Find all sides and angles of triangle ABC. This is what some people refer to as solving the triangle. In other words, we are able to find out everything about this triangle. So I'm just going to write out AB, BC, CA, angle A, angle B, angle C. These are the things that we're looking for. Some of them are already given. For example, we have 4 as the length of CB or BC. So I'm going to write 4 here. Angle C is a right angle, so it's 90 degrees. And angle B is given as 49 degrees. All right. So now to solve for the rest. So we have BC, and if we're looking for AC, then AC is the opposite side from the angle that we know, and the known side is the adjacent. So what's the thing with opposite and adjacent? It's tangent, because it's TOA, opposite over adjacent. So we use tangent of 49 degrees equals x, the opposite side, over 4, the adjacent side. So now we can just solve for x. Multiply by 4 on both sides. We get x equals 4 tangent of 49 degrees. And remember, your calculator has to be in degree mode for this to work, but you can just plug it in and you get 4.60. So x is 4.60. And remember, this is side AC, which is the same as CA. So we're going to label it here in our answers, 4.60. And yeah, just use degree mode. Not radian mode, but degree mode. All right, so we still have one side missing and one angle missing. The missing side is AB. So I'm going to label it as X. And we do know AC, but BC has a nicer number, which is just 4, so we're going to use BC, which is the adjacent side, and then the thing we want is the hypotenuse. So we have adjacent and hypotenuse. And which one of the three trigonometric functions, that's what we call them, relates adjacent to hypotenuse? It's cosine, because CAH, SOHCAHTOA. It's adjacent over hypotenuse. So cosine of 49 degrees equals adjacent 4 over hypotenuse x. 4 over x. So now we just solve for x, and we get, so far we're at x times cosine of 49 degrees equals 4. And then we divide on both sides by cosine of 49 degrees, and we get x equals 4 over cosine of 49 degrees. And that in turn equals to, assuming we're using degree mode, 6.10. So the correct answer for x is 6.10. So that's AB. I'm labeling in the answers here, and I'm labeling our triangle 6.10. So now there's only one thing left, angle A. Now angle A actually is just, it's an easier problem based on things that we actually know before, and we don't need SOHCAHTOA for it, because we know that the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So if we just label angle A as x, we have x plus 90 plus 49 equals 180, all of these in degrees. So then we just solve for x, and that's x plus 139 equals 180 degrees. So x equals 41 degrees. And that completes the problem. Now we know all three sides and all three angles. Thank you for watching this video lesson, and I hope it was helpful.